Hey guys, welcome back to YASMAR Productions. As always, I'm Josh, and my family and I are going to take you on a cute little trip down to this little town called Nelson, Nevada. This is an old mining town that was abandoned many, many years ago and has since been used as several major sets for some big Hollywood flicks. We're going to get into that. We want to show you what we found, and maybe we'll do a little bit of wheeling while we're here. So if you're ready for an adventure, come on, let's go. Alright guys, so today we're going to take you on an adventure with us down to Nelson, Nevada. We stumbled across this little town, abandoned many, many years ago, and has been restored maybe once or twice. You'll see from some of the footage, used for a couple of Hollywood movie sets, but this is a really cool area, guys. Open for tourists. Come down, take a look, enjoy our video. What's left of this small town in Nelson is located about 25 miles south of the city of Las Vegas. Interestingly enough, though, its original name was actually El Dorado. This was given to it by the Spaniards who first discovered gold in this area many, many years ago. To this day, it is still nestled in what we call El Dorado Canyon. This is also the very first place in all of the state of Nevada that gold and silver were originally discovered. Now, being as that this area is so close to the Colorado River, the rapid influx of growth allowed for a bustling mining town to exist. At one point, there were over 600 men and their families that had rushed to this area to take advantage of getting the gold and the silver out of these mountains. Today, what you see left behind is mostly remnants from Hollywood movie sets, as they were the ones who restored the area. However, not too long ago, the town was purchased and is now privately owned, and a lot of the relics that are here do belong to the man who owns the town. Being able to explore just a little bit, going inside some of the old vehicles, the old buildings, and seeing a little piece of history is actually really neat. We do, however, want to point out that in the center of this town is the Old Inn. This is where the owner lives, and he does ask that you check in with him before you take any pictures or video of the area. Inside is basically a gift shop filled with all kinds of cool memorabilia and relics back when this town was first established in the mid-1800s, all the way up to when it was abandoned in the 1960s. And long before Hollywood took over. He will point out and is very proud of the fact that several movies were recorded right here on this property. Movies you might know as The Breakdown, Eye of the Beholder, and 3,000 Miles to Graceland. In fact, one thing we learned is most of the buildings and the old cars that were in the area are left over from those Hollywood movie sets, and they're here for us to enjoy, including a couple of cool plane crashes that at first we might have thought it was real. I don't know. Tell you what, let's check these out. Dude, this is pretty cool.
It is. I want to say this is a P-52 Mustang. It's a lot bigger than I thought they were, although this is a two-seater. Which means the motor is like person size in the front of that.
Which isn't here because the nose is gone.
I'm sure that was worth a pretty penny, which is why it's...
Alright, Chris, so what is this?
I have no idea what this is.
Broken.
Broken. Looks like nose down, right? Okay, so at first, we actually thought this was a real site of a plane crash, but later found out, like we were talking about just a couple seconds ago, that this is actually remnants from a movie. So we still don't know exactly what kind of plane it was. Never could find that in the research. If you know, feel free to put it in the comments down below, but it's still pretty cool. Most people, when they think of visiting Nevada, they think about Las Vegas or Reno, the gambling, the shows, the nightlife. But truthfully, Nevada is more than just the Strip. There are so many of these little towns out there that are definitely worth the visit. You never know, in the desert when you got to stop and just make a phone call. Thank goodness for phone booths. So happy that this was here. Throughout the day and talking to a few of the locals, we found out that there is still a mine that is active up on the mountain, but it does take an aggressive four-wheel drive to get up there. So we heard the word trail, and since we had the Jeep with us, we decided to go check it out. So come on, let's go see what's up there.
I think someone decided to start digging there.
So while I was driving the Jeep, my buddy Chris was taking a look around, and he found a couple of holes that had a possibility of having some hidden treasures in them. So he jumped in to take a look. Let's go see if we found anything. Ooh, here's a hole.
Hey, there's dirt here.
No kidding.
Yes. Hey, there's a rock in here.
No kidding.
Hey, there's a Jeep out here.
No kidding. Okay, so we didn't find any hidden treasures, but that was a lot of fun to look. Now it's time to continue down the trail and see what else we can see.
Whoa. And the itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout.
Alright, so the trail that we're on is called Copper Cache. It's a little 1.6 mile trail, goes up by the actual mine that the Nelson town was built around. It's a kind of a rough trail, guys. I mean, waterfalls pushing almost 5 feet tall, and rocks, and definitely some tight squeezes, but we're having a blast. Let Chris drive the Jeep. He's having an absolute blast too. Hope you guys are having a good time. Let's see if we can get over these obstacles and to the other side of the mountain. Once we had figured out the name of the trail, I had to do a little bit of research. Since Nelson was centered around gold and silver, why was this called Copper Cache? Well, it turns out that many, many years after the gold and silver rush, copper was one of the minerals that was found, and this active mine that's up here, that's what they still mine for today. Is that first or third?
That's first.
So you don't have to shift through the gears, man.
I don't know you Jeep.
You know, this handle back here in the back seat's in the wrong spot. It should be up here.
Can't.
Because of the sound bar?
Yeah.
So as we were heading out, we We thought we were in the clear. Trail kind of smoothed out a little bit, but little did we know that we were about to hit probably the biggest obstacle on this trail, and it almost stopped us dead in our tracks.
Yep, that's good. Yep.
Down there.
Go straight. Straight. Yep. Yep.
Oh man, looks like I got a little bit off track. Let's try that again.
You can do it. You can do it.
Just a hair. Yep. Back straight. Yep. Back. See? Look, your rear tires are still over there. Too long.
So from the driver's seat, all I could pretty much see was the sky, so I had to rely on Chris. He took a few seconds, assessed the whole situation that we had going on here, and he came up with an idea and said, you know what, let's try something.
From here or back up?
From here. Let's try it. Just, yep. Yep, there you go.
Nope, that didn't work. Only this time it almost sounded like we broke something. Turns out it was just my drive shaft rubbing up against a rock, but it didn't sound good. Chris said, alright, we're going to have to try a different angle, so let's try it again. Ouch! That hurt.
Nope. It's all bumper.
Okay, so we discussed it and thought one more shot. If this wasn't going to work, we're going to have to figure out how to go around.
Yep. Okay, straight now. Yep. 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 Yep.
Come on, let's truck. Come on, let's truck. Come on.
Oh, so close, but no.
Alright, so it looks like the Jeep is just not going to be able to make it up this particular obstacle. I'm not sure if we need to go maybe one size bigger on the tires or another inch taller on the lift, but we're out here by ourselves, which is a no-no, by the way, but we are out here by ourselves and we don't want to actually break something that prevents us from being able to get back to town. So we're going to take the bypass up, get up over this so we can continue down the trail. Alright folks, so that was an awesome afternoon, spending the time down in Nelson, Nevada. The trail we took was Copper Cache, way too aggressive I think to do alone. Please don't try that. We shouldn't have done that, but we had an absolute blast. I know my buddy Chris had fun driving the Jeep. My wife had an absolute blast getting a little exercise so we can make this video for you. The kid always has fun, but for me, I'm just happy I got to share this with you. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and look out for our next trip because we're not done. The next thing that we're doing this weekend, you are not going to believe it. So stay tuned and we'll see you next time. All right, folks, so that was a beautiful afternoon we had an opportunity to spend checking out. Is the audio still off? Really? Think I should cut that out?
I don't know. Public service announcement.